Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. We are here to an exciting 2 vs 2 on the road to Kharkov here between the North, Interloper and Jello, fighting for the United States of America for the 6th Infantry Division. Tasked with holding the road as the Germans under the command here of Tume and Ygnow are fighting here for the Wehrmacht. For the Oberkommando West, for Deutschland, for the... what is it now? Just had it on the tip of my tongue and then of course it gets forgotten. No, there we go. Führer Grenadier Brigade. Got an immediate choice by here of doctrine for Interloper going for infantry. Alternating in terms of bullets, he's got a lot for infantry, but also a bit there for re-echelons. For Jello, it's several tank destroyer bullets and a bit of paratrooper. For Tume, the got an MB42 with 2 mortar bulletins and a bit of Patrick and infantry there as well. So there's a mix there. Jello's also got infantry, airborne, rifle versus here, Jäger armor, Festung support, mechanized assault, breakthrough, Luftwaffe, special operation. In that regard, nothing too special, although we do note he has Festung support and Jäger armor from Olders, which, you know, are beginning to get a bit more popular as of late, actually. Certainly offers a few more options there. And of course, mechanized assault is, well, rather common. Got points enemies secured, we got Canadians moving ahead here. 2 Canadians so far here for Tume. You might have got some very aggressive player from Ygnow, actually rushing straight up for the northern field point of the Sturm Pioneers and the Kugelwagen. Definitely taking the Sturm Pioneers to their utmost literal meaning there with the Sturm. We're going to think about their re-echelons coming up. Got several re-echelons here for Interloper, trying to get a bit more of them. I mean, it's not like a huge bonus, so I suppose it does something for them. Being rushed forwards here under the command of Interloper. Maybe throw off the enemy a bit. I mean, there's a lot of infantry, of course, they're not the strongest. I suppose the bulletins might help a wee bit. Kuban giving kind of slow down the advance there from Jello. You got Sturm Pioneers right there. Looks like Matt trying to with some flanking rifle and someone else spotting them. You got Foster coming out there. Looks like they're getting pushed back as well here. German forces have been separated. Hitting the Americans are basically pushing down the centre. And there we go. Kuban some of the rifle close getting knocked out. Here close to getting knocked out. Even suppressed their rifle do have an easy chance of shooting at Kuban since it's a notably bigger target than some guy named Dieter. Even though the Americans keep pushing there. Looks like he's setting up a fighting position here, rather aggressive, trying to block off the air. Very bold play, though, of course. Could easily be disrupted there while setting up. That could be used to sort of fire some rifle grenades here and there, so that is pretty bold there by Interloper. And meanwhile, the Germans being slowly pushed back here. Ygnow, so the initial push has rather hit a snag. Much the good man, they're getting knocked out. Step out in France, I don't want to die in this place. Sturm Pioneers being reinforced. We got a gunner spot there. We got an MB40 arriving as well. For two men moving up. Here we got rifle being fired away here by the re-echelons. Popping one after another there. Shooting it after the damn dirty Krauts. In the neck, looks like a re-echelon did pay for its life there in service of the United States Army. Battle Group headquarters looks like they've been knocked out here for trying to deal with it. But it might, there we go. Looks like it's going to cancel it. What's going to happen here? Ygnow should cancel it. At least that way get set back some of the resources. No. Oh. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, if he got cancelled it or what. But looks like he did not, because he's got very little fuel. This looks like he tried, but sadly failed there. Now Ygnow is short a lot of resources and a truck. He's gone for breakthrough here, by the way, so that, you know, so to make Jäger on perhaps less topical might just focus on the Festung support or mechanized assault here. Ygnow could consider getting up an officer to support his troops. That might do a bit of good. They could also use support too. And there you go. A Sturm officer being moved up to the front to lead survey for Germany. Kuban, though, is still in dire need of repairs. The only thing that's keeping that going is steel sauerkraut applied in the holes. Right from there, holding up. Then there's there holding up the building. Fighting position between sort of be a bit, well, fighting position and a blocking position there. But at the same time, the Germans, of course, are handling this nicely. They're just moving around it. Of course, the Americans not quite as strong here or here. So in that regard, you know, while this in a sense is a nice idea, it's not flawless. So there we go. Got a bolt up here. Got another method for Tume. Beginning to move back around the fighting position. Rifleman re-echelons pushing up here on the left flank, while on the right flank it's more or less Deutschland über alles. Officer Sturm Pioneers got Kuban heading in the rifleman stuff. He's not really trying to push back. Oh, there we go. Lieutenant Rami, he's got an M20 following up there for Jello. Rather than being pushed back, taking some nasty casualties in the process. Fighting position there getting slowly bombed to bits. Well, we've got further troops pushing up here. We've got 3 echelons going for the car points, getting knocked out there by the mortar, going for the munitions, victory points, you name it. Grenadiers just basically taking shots there from the safety of the building. Lieutenant continues to push up here. Officer might actually have to do something there besides, looking dashing. And there we go. Lieutenant straight into the line of fire of the orbital dance, supporting and escorting the officer. And there we go, Kuban joining in here. Could end up here badly for Jello. He might end up losing the lieutenant unit there. Though we got the M20 here to the rescue. Full retreat here from Ygnow in response to this armoured car. And there you go, fighting position finally went down. Meanwhile, looks like you're going to pressure here for the fuel point coming off there. At the same time, we've got the northern fuel point back. Which is not the Grenadiers have not been actively dealt with, in fact. They've been largely ignored themselves. I'm sure the Grenadiers inside are having a lot of fun with it. Close getting the Kubang there, close but actually pulls back here to the President's Grenadiers. Very close but not quite. Nothing further going on here for the Lower Commander West. And oh, there we go, we got another truck there. And we've got a mortar half-track on the way for Interloper. Mortar half-track. He's gone for the captain by the way. Could consider pack house or maybe a Stuart light tank to at least provide them some munitions to the aggressive armour support there versus the enemy, which is actually rather vulnerable to that. Though, of course, here the mortar half-track out, that's going to delay any Stuart by a bit. But that's then to go to find the artillery supporting with some white phosphorus or maybe deal with infantry concentrations. Fuel there, rendered neutral. And so that's happening, got further pressure on the right flank. Now the Americans sort of got most of the map. There's been a huge shift there in terms of map control. And I'm sure the Germans are not quite going to let that happen without any further resistance. Mechanized regiment going up there, so he skipped the battle group headquarters that went for the mechanized regiment. Pioneers there in need of reinforcement. And the officer here supporting another assault down the right flank. Looks like already here Jello is collapsing like, well, poorly made Jello, maybe?
Ready for action! We're getting blasted over here!
There we go, white phosphorus there from the mortar half-track. They're actually landing a nice hit there on the Grenadier squad, doing quite a bit of damage, telling them easy target here, and before sitting up quickly. Got Grenadiers as well, so that's going to put a stop there to Interloper's assault. We're also noting here a fuel cache sort of furthering providing Americans with fuel, also setting some of the fuel losses they suffered initially. Good. Ambulance there arriving. We got a major on the way there for Jello. I think it's just sort of keep the Germans from advancing too far here. Noting by the way, no anti-armor support here. They've got Ygnow, which actually give the M20 a lot of chance to do some serious damage there to Ygnow. Oh, there we go. Panzer Strike up. The Raketen Panzerbuchse based on the American bazooka. And just improved, so it could actually sort of deal with heavier armor. Little fun fact there. M20 there being pushed away here though, due to the presence of the Panzer. Got creations holding up the building there. Fuchs moving up here at the same time. The lieutenant once more overcome by his superior in rank, the Sturmoffizier. Meanwhile, fuel there being retaken by Sarai. He got a 2-1 up here for Tume. Got Panzerfusilier arriving for Ygnow now. No hiccups. More hiccups. Damn it.
The bunker has been converted to an emergency medical station.
Medic bunker here to sort of try and provide support. Oh, damn it, for both of them. No resource take for Ygnow. Meanwhile, a large push here from Jello. Once more pushing Ygnow back. Tume had tried to support, but looks like he pushed his balls a bit too far here, even as the lines were collapsing. Damn it! My apologies for the hiccups. Counter-attack here versus Rifleman. We're trying to push a bit far right there, but might have put the next head a bit too far than they good for the help. There you go, Bazooka still kicking, but it's not with the 2-2's advance. Slowing down Tume for the time being. Insel over there pushing up the centre. The Americans are beginning to look these territory a bit more aggressively now. We got an additional MP-40 them pushed up for Tume. Got another assault here. Now with Grenadiers here from Tume to support Ignow's troops and assault. Left side there, altering there. So actually really nice resistance there from Interloper. I think could actually quickly push the Mac gun and anti-tank gun there. Got Browning up machine guns being out to rear echelons and Rifleman, increasing his troop firepower there. For Jello, we have airborne, but we're not really seeing anything used of it. No 50 cabs, which actually I think a lot there versus Ygnow. No paratroops with the Browning up machine guns, which could also do a lot there. And Pathfinders could also be in. We got a Scott there on the way. Is Scott there for Jello? Rather than a bit of support there with a Browning light machine gun. Air cooled. We're usually actually handed out in sort of independent units or small teams there. And not so much an infantry squad support weapon. Little fun fact there, They sort of tried to make it a bit more sort of like the LMG 42 and 34 once they encountered that, and sort of modified a bit more in that direction. Fun facts there, fun facts there. Meanwhile, Grenadiers here encountering a bit more nasty resistance. Attempt here being held down, but ultimately they're coming in, particularly the 222 moving in. Again, further aggression here. They're not really having a good time. They sort of seriously resisting the Germans. So the 50th out here and there could prove helpful, or maybe something else. Scott's still on the way, more to half tech. Hasn't really done too much there for Interloper, but he might want to use it a bit more aggressively as well there.
Okay, fire away.
222 there, pushing back the Americans. Falls back there to the Major. Got a truck here moving ahead for Ygnow, nothing further going in the base. I mean, he has gone for the mechanized regiment. We're not really seeing anything from it. No flak half-tracks or Puma. As for Tume, he hasn't considered maybe taking up further. Nor has he actually chosen a doctrine. In fact, he's the last one to not having chosen a doctrine. Before two, there were sandbags in front of it. Not entirely sure what Jello's thinking here with the ambulance as he's moving ahead like that. We got the Scott moving up. 75mm gun. Mortars raining down. White Frost was there on the German mortar crew, quickly choking it up. Doing quite a bit of damage there, quite a bit of damage. Though, of course, one thing to keep in mind is the mortar half-tech does not actually gain any experience from any damage done with white phosphorus, interesting enough, compared to, say, the German mortar half-track, which does actually gain that experience from the damage it does with its incendiary rounds. Good hit there on the 222 by the way by the Scott. They're in a lot of trouble with the riflemen and their Browning light machine guns. Looks like the minute's the next target. We got the officer ready to support. Rifle being suppressed. M20 not really doing much. Schwer punch, of course, going to make it a bit more difficult to gain the victory point there. Of course, might push efforts towards the west, the south. But fuel cache up the sort of help. In fact, we got 2 fuel caches up for Tume. So now the Germans are a bit leading in that department.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Paratrooper squad dropped in. Rifleman there encountering some rather nasty German resistance. We've got large Volkswagen support there moving up, or Volkswagen force, with Panzer extra plenty to deal with every M20. Scott moving back as well. Ooh, German troops there clammed up. We got officer moving back supporting as well. Need to be careful there in front of the Scott. One good hit and that could easily become very, very painful there for Ygnow. Meanwhile, there we got Jello here responding aggressively. Oh dear. Panzer's wiped out. Nice little loss there for him. M20 there was knocked out up north. M20 was got. The Volkswagen moved in and knocked it out. And there you go. M20 needs, Scott needs to get away before it gets knocked out here. One more rocket and that thing's going to be scrapped. And meanwhile, though, we got further aggression here from Tume in the south. Very little effort there for the American. That was quickly then repulsed with nasty casualties there. The 222 looking for some more easy kills. We do have a pack house out here for Interloper. We've actually got a bit of mix today. We've got mortars, we've got pack howitzers.
Our supply line just got cut off.
No consideration for maybe at least a light tank to sort of support things. Perhaps they're a bit more aggressive. There's at least Tume, who's got no anti-tank weapons really, besides Panzerfaust, to try and stop the Stuart light tank. That could actually be a good move there in the base. We're not really seeing anything. Oh, we got tech up there, tier 3 available. Could of course try and play for tier 4, or you could go on some Panzerfaust now. Or Stoops. Steel Pioneer Spectre 2, we get orbital then away for Ygnow, going for the fuel pod there again. The Americans now rather short in the fuel department once more. And Interloper seems to have gone a bit passive in the center. He's not really pushing anywhere. He might have made a mistake that some players like to fall into, which is just basically going into a complete support role. Which, while it sounds nice, does mean, of course, your teammate has to do a lot more of the work, and of course also means basically there's only one really doing anything to seriously hold ground. So that could prove a bit dangerously. That is in fact what Interloper has gone for. Of course it might be just a misjudged things, but we'll of course have to see. But considering how he's sort of just basically parked around here with anti-tank guns, captain, pack howitzer and everything else, not really moving any other things further, it's a bit reason they've been concerned, I think. MG42 there, again the officer helps out a bit here. Incendiary rounds would be a good choice right about now. No grenade upgrade probably here for either American player, which could have helped their bike with the MG42 a little bit. So we got pack house laying down a... No, that's a Scott, I think, laying down a smoke screen there. Not entirely sure doing that. Maybe should cover against the Schwerpanzer. Forgot about the MD42. In fact, did use incendiary armor piercing rounds. That combined with the officer definitely did some damage there to the Yankees. And there you go. Punch for the unit wiped out again. Scott there definitely got a lot of damage here to the Germans. Veterans 1 gain. Again, no real pressure on the left side, despite how little there is there at the moment from Tume. I mean, there's basically an MD42 as Scott or Stewart or anything could quickly overwhelm that and quickly take the entire southern part of the map. But again, the Americans at the moment here too focused on this and not really focused on the larger picture. A large explosion there. I think that was the mortar after putting down some bigger bombs. There you go, the delayed fuse, which is not that effective as it's a bit more hit and miss. It's sort of more effective in dealing with, for example, a schwerer Panzer at quarters. Little fun fact there. We've got to push there for the victory point. Tume moving up there, capturing what they can to keep the 2-2. They've got the MD42 as well. Could actually be flanked here, if that is what they wanted to do, or at least considered doing. All of a sudden they're coming in from the Scot, and there we go, half the unit wiped out, halfway to 22 there for the Scot. We got more paratroopers going in, clearly the others were annihilated by Deutschland. Meanwhile down south, there's 2 grenadiers, then they go again, incendiary rounds. Good use of that. I mean, some players tend to neglect or completely forget about the incendiary armor piercing. It looks like Tume actually got the good idea there and actually using it somewhat. And looks like he's going for tier 4, so that might be Panthers, Sturmpanzers and Panzerwerfers. From Ygnow, we actually see quite a bit of resource being flowed, but nothing really happening with them. And we got relief infantry being utilised by Tume, allowing him to sort of replace some of his losses there with Ostruben. 2-2 finally knocked out, and again Interloper. Very passive, not really sort of any bigger push there against the Germans, despite there being ample opportunity in the south tack to do that with quite a bit of effect. He's actually got 2 pack houses. And it seems like Interloper is getting increasingly into the support role mindset, and again, basically all the fighting to Jello, and also allowing both German players then to more easily be aggressive versus them both. I mean, that also means basically map control is going to be a lot trickier there for the Americans. That is really what Interloper has fallen into, and again, it really seems like it. We got a Jackson to deal with any armor, though, so far. Neither Tume nor Ygnow has actually gone for any armor. There's no Panthers, no Panzers, no anything. Of course, the Heavy Panzer Corps will soon be up, and there will soon be Panthers. But beyond that, there is nothing. Excellent hit there from the Scot, almost wiped the entire focus. What we got Betty, 2 bar, increased rate of fire, increased accuracy. That Scot's definitely going to be a nightmare there for any German infantry. When it hits this.
Enemy squad!
Packard is joining in, almost wiping off focus. In fact, puts it back. There we go, heavy barraging there. Can Heinz make it back there? 9. Again, I'm not entirely sure what he seems content now on using the delayed fuse HE barrage. Does like yes, that effective. And there you go, Punch was being knocked out again by the Scot. Packhouse joining in for further murder and death. Looks like the Schwerpanzer is now getting bombarded a bit as well. Again, he'd better, if you want to use the HE barrage, the delay fuse that is, to use it against the Schwerpanzer quarters. Veteran 3 while the Canadian F-18 kills got supposed to now round away for him. Again, only lighter engagements here on the southern sort of side of the map there from Interloper. There's no real sort of focused effort towards it. Packhouse is doing what they can here as well. Big fuel point there being lost once more. The Americans rather on the defense. We got Jackson basically hidden away until it is needed. Like some hero from a prophecy. And once the German heavy armor strikes, then the Jackson hero shall appear from out of the edge of the map to save us all. Maybe. If the guy who knows it knows how to use it. And he's got a priest out here, so, I mean, we've seen increasingly a lot of artillery there from Interloper. Again, it's further reinforced there. He's basically playing a support role, and again, he's basically a bit dead weight. He's not really pushing, he's not really taking advantage of anything, even when Tume's been beaten down again, barely in the south. He's not moving ahead to punish him for it. I mean, he's really strategically missing out on a ton of opportunities. And then more importantly also having a hard time then controlling the map because again, Interloper's just basically placed his fat ass around here and it's not moving any further. Also from here, rather heavily bombarded there. We got more relief into here. for Tume. Checks the time here from the mid-game analysis country, chasing the Americans a bit here in the statement, again, partly due to Interloper being way too passive. He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to use the support ones more aggressively, blast out, and then take this out. They need to sort of draw out the Germans. What they're basically allowing is the Germans to focus around here, and that way concentrate their forces. Plus, it also puts more pressure on Jello. Leads him to be more bled out, which again also means high manpower. Again, basically, ultimately, then pushes all the pressure onto Interloper. Of course, then due to having a high degree of support units, won't be able to resist very much. I mean, it's a very poor unit composition he's basing up for, and even then, he's using it very, very passively. Again, it's not frightfully good. That's definitely something there to keep in mind. Jello's doing what he can here as well, but again, there needs to be done something a bit more aggressive. Again, they need to try and break through the south. That's really what needs to happen. They can, of course, screen this off a bit. Maybe some 50 cals would do good, but otherwise, attack through the south. Force the Germans to spread out. Throw a bit of chaos into the ranks, rather than just sort of keeping up with this meat grinder here, which is not really to the advantage of anyone, except maybe the Germans, of course, they're a bit more focused. And again, both of them actually pushing forwards. Both of them doing something. It's not just one player being all bloody support. And that's definitely something that the American players will need to get into the head, in particular Interloper. Now the Scot, of course, will help them. Of course, I mean, they are doing a lot to sort of bleed out the infantry to an extent, but they're not really gaining any ground, and that's really one of the major issues. Of course, going to give the Germans their victory point lead of a quite notable one here very, very soon. For the Germans, I mean, they got a nice amount of fuel caches. Panther good. They could follow up then either with a Panzer weapons to bombard, or if still on Panzer away, that could be sort of batter the way through Interloper's positions, bleed out the infantry, and such. Of course, the howitzer here available is also a good option there for Tume to just basically hammer the point home. For Ygnow, I mean, he could go for a Panther, though it also might be seeming a bit like he could go for a Yak Tiger. I mean, that would be a bit aggressive, maybe a bit overkill considering what's on the field currently. A Panther alongside Tume probably would be the better choice, and well, also a lot more cost efficient. He's also actually got a Puma. That could actually work out if you can sort of handle it correctly, sort of deal with the lighter vehicles, provide a bit of pressure, maybe use it as bait there for the Jacks to sort of draw it into maybe some other weapons, like for example the Panthers. I mean, there are a few options there as well. He would do good though by using some breakthrough tactics in there to sort of quickly cut off territory from the enemy, and the Germans should try and sort of push up here and actually try and flank in here. I mean, there's basically a large amount of support, but they're very exposed. Basically, no screen, no flank coverage, and the gap can actually use to sort of do a lot of damage to the Americans and quickly finish this off. So I mean, there's basically a huge gap right here, which could really sort of quickly turn the game if utilised and exploited. But anyways, return to the fight here and see what happens next. Those out in the open, taking fire, but again with the infantry, assuming likely won't be too, well, concerned about any losses. As long as it doesn't suffer an entire unit wide. In this case, of course, might be less than that. We got another option for they're arriving. Pioneers burning wet, the paratroopers scorching them, putting the screaming in screaming eagles. Paratroopers there again, getting absolutely annihilated here. The Scots definitely doing nasty work. Got the booming head in, be careful, there you go. Jackson not turning its 90mm gun there. Not entirely sure he wasn't paying attention to what, but either way, the boom got away from he's got that, got further run here around the Schwerpanzer quarters. Probably Bausch might work out. Looks like the priest might be doing it. Well, I should have used the time on target ability as well. Jackson firing, Schwerpanzer quickly knocked out here. He must be almost getting hammered. Schwerpanzer falls down to half health. More half attack. Veterans one very close, eventually through there. Second Scotland arriving. Unit right there. And we got a second priest here for Interloper. That's two priests, two pack howitzers, a mortar half attack, plus some Jello. We got two Scots. This is basically artillery madness. There's about 7 artillery pieces in different manners. And there you go, we got a rocket strike going in there. Panther being forced back here already. Schwerpanzer quarters down there. There's a really good chance there for the Meg to try and push through in the north. Meanwhile, the south is completely lost again. And Interloper's not really doing anything to sort of deal with that either. He's basically again just dug in, hammering away. Again, needing Jello to do all the work. Turns and running there. Jackson, be careful. A lot of shots here going off. P-47 shot down. Jackson almost knocked out here. Of course, he's moving ahead. They're bombarding. Maxi wipe. They're Maxi wipe. Riflemen took, or power troops took one of them hit there. And then quickly get the Fox. There we go. White power troops need to fall back. More Scott fire here. They're just hammering away. So the pack house, we got white phosphorus barrels just being laid down as well. Slowing down the advance there from Tume. But still the assault here continues. The assault continues. Meanwhile, we got a bit of action there from Interloper, just a bit. Nothing serious there.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Quick to shift around a bit there. Fuel being lost again. More forces there running for Ygnow. Calling in breakthrough artillery right here. Well, assault artillery more specifically. And looks like now the American players actually paying attention. I mean, they basically sort of place as much as they can of vital equipment in that point, and that's going to hurt in a few moments. You know, guys, do you have any bad feeling about this? Yeah. And there we go. Ambulance down. Units getting absolutely wiped out, hammered, murdered. I'm surprised it wasn't any worse. Still, they took quite some damage, took quite some casualties. Panther moving about there, picking up machine gun fire on the way, by the way. Should have had that up much sooner. Scott hanging about there, almost veteran 3, the other one almost veteran 1. One pack howitzer cleared out. Still got the mortar half track. And the priests ready to deliver quite a sermon. So the Americans are slowly bleeding out, slowly losing ground again, partly due to all the pressure more or less being placed on Jello's shoulders. He's the one sort of basically carrying the burden.
Ready for action.
Who must he go out there? Either he's aiming for a King Tiger or he's aiming for the Panther, but he's basically lagging the battlefield headquarters. I think it happened that sooner, so looks like it's the Yak he's aiming for here. Jack's moving up. Misses the Puma, misses the Puma. Scott, they need repairs, but 35 kills, that's bloody impressive. They've also taken a nasty hit as well from the pack howitzer. Halfway towards veteran 3. And he's thinking about again south, very open, but there's again practically no pressure there. There's basically no real interest from the Americans going to turn up breaking through and doing some serious damage. Victory points very much in the back. Then we got artillery strike going in there from Tume. Like a fed out bits bombarding. No, not really connecting. Not really connecting. And looks like here we got a response from the priests. Medics getting murdered. Or not. That didn't do too much. Oh, there we go. Foster's got wiped out. Howitzer crew taking losses. Medic rank are almost down. Oh, further losses.
Headquarters attacked.
That was a bit more effective. And there we go. Jagdjäger has been mobilized from the 653rd Schwer Panzerjägerabteilung. Pack out firing away again. Almost veteran 3 there. The other one is somewhere around, I think. Scots could maybe lay down a barrage of their own. Including the veteran 3 one. And again, even with the Schwerpanzer go down, they're just not really moving further. They're not even trying to sort of seriously secure the victory points. And the Americans basically seem much too passive. Even Jello again, who's basically the one sort of supposed to hold down attacking here, with Interloper basically again falling into the complete support role. Overtime rushed off the field. Scott's going to do a bar away. Jack's moving up support. There you go. Panther moving up. Jagdjäger moving as well. There's 128mm gun. And oh dear, that Scott could go down here any moment now. And there we go. One shot, one kill. Now we got the rest in trouble. Anti-tank and instrument with armor piercing rounds to the Panther. Armor piercing rounds. Oh, we got air recon. No, smoke screen being laid down here quickly by Tume. Nicely done there, nicely done. Cool providing fire support. There's the Jagdjäger moves ahead. Americans are slowly being constricted, slowly being strangled here.
I smell orders. Man your stations.
Interloper still not doing frightfully much.
Send your boys, you ready to roll out? Prepare to execute. Group back to full strength. Prepare for execute. Back to full strength. Orders! Incoming! Someone get us out of here!
Not being pushed back there by the Grenadiers.
Capture point is under attack. Check stations. Get ready.
Another bombardment against the base, home to catch some German, and there you go. Howitzer once more taking hits there from the priests. You got a replacement medic bunker going up. It looks like there one of the priests got knocked out. Might have been the Yahtzee actually taking it out, or something else our way. That is one priest on fire. Burned on the pyre. Yes, they're being pushed back for another assault there from Tume. Scott knocked out there. The Yahtzee is basically knocking out as many of the light vehicles as they can there. And Kubag finally got knocked out of commission there. Almost got the Jackson as well. Veterans one there. Another Jackson in the centre, but not really doing anything to do with the Yahtzee. Panther receiving repairs almost on as well. And there you go, Yahtzee can causing trouble for the Jackson. Petrus puts forward lots of Browning light machine as they're tearing in through the Panzer Fusilier. Always on their flank, can't find there you go. We got a P-47 strafe again. Going to catch some Kraut tanks and tank destroyers. I see. Okay. There we go, just seemed a bit odd there. Briefly thought he might have laid it out incorrectly. He hadn't though. Less than 100 points left there for the Allies. And again, there's no real concerted effort to actually securing a victory point for any sort of longer period of time. It's just sort of try and move out, then take it, then move away. But as compared to the Germans, they're actually defending them actively. With bunkers, machine guns, infantry, whatever's needed. And whatever they can get their hands on. So in that regard, the American strategy has a lot of flaws in terms of victory points. Large force there pushed away by a lot of Grenadiers, like machine guns, Osturm, and of course the MP42 there. We got more relief in there, having 2 tanks using it pretty regularly there. 31 kills on the Grenadier there. Petrus doing what they can here. They could try and use some suppressive fighters against some of the German troops here. And of course there's no real support for them, there's barely any units left here for Jello. The Inslow, of course, got a mix of stuff still back, but he's certainly got a lot less left as well. Panther contributing ahead for 2 minutes. There's a ton of fuel there he's actually not using. He really gets Sturmpanthers, small Panthers, or, you know, Panzerwerfers, just, you know, get something, man. They reached to float almost 500 fuel, but you got 2 fuel caches, 3. I mean, why did he even build this many fuel caches then? Almost wiped out. Less than 50 points left here for the Allies. Looking increasingly bad. The people continue to fly about. Not really any tags. Got a smoking lake down there, allowing the Panther to retreat. Nicely done there. Ostrom blocking the way, ensuring that no vehicle needs to pursue without getting hit by a Panther fast. Bunker down there. Yahtzee falling back. Yahtzee falling back there. Another spare Panther there. Just getting absolutely pummeled there by the P-47s, knocking it out. 2 nearby wells, getting caught there in the explosive rockets. We're not quite successful. Less than 30 points to less than 30. Ostrom holding out their veterans who won. Less than 25 points. He's activating up the priests. Again, there's been absolutely 0 armor from Interloper. There's been no tanks, even in the lightest of forms. So let's start there versus the lieutenant. 3 squads of Ostrom there by for Tume. Looks like that plank's about to get knocked out. Panther almost back there as well. MP4 looks like they're going to be set up to cover this area once more. Looks like finally Interloper's displaying a bit more aggression. A bit more, but again, I mean, that seems to only happen, you know, when they're about to lose the game, he sort of finally gets a move on. Not really commendable, if I were to put it like that. Ygnow they're pushing forwards again. We got a veteran 2 Yahtzee now, 4 infantry kills, 3 vehicles, 3 horses, got the Puma. And a fresh officer here. Again, Tume really flooding a lot of fuel, a lot of resources. I really think it just, you know, could easily get another Panther of Steel Pass, then roll over the enemy.
Relief infantry is now available.
And there you go, veterans infantry for the MD-42. Continue rounds there, but then you got resurgence veterans for themselves with the ground like we've seen it really tank into the MD-42 too. Plus 2 support there. So what there's left there from Interloper. Paratroops dropping in behind the MD-42 clearing up, though we got a lot of guns there in Osthoven. Quickly leaving those paratroopers dead. 2 Jacksons, but they're not exactly doing a lot of anything there for Jello. Victory points they continue drain around. Drain down, drain down. Germany to pushing back, they're securing as many victory points as they can. They're getting the fuel up here once more. Almost 40 fuel per minute there for Tume. He's still not getting any further vehicles or armour. White phosphorus being laid down there, white phosphorus. 4 points left, unit wiped, annihilated. And Jackson knocked out, and there you go, GG. Game over. A loss here for the United States, victory for the Wehrmacht for the Reich. I mean, this regard, it basically came down to, despite the Americans sort of playing out nicely initially, Interloper basically sort of messed it all up. I mean, that was basically sort of an issue of 2 points. 1 unit compass. I mean, there's nothing wrong having a sort of a larger degree of support weapons. Problem was, he took it to an absolutely ridiculous degree and sort of missed out on a lot of opportunities. I mean, a mortar, maybe a pack howitzer or something else like that, maybe a priest, and then sort of mixed it up with some light armor to at least sort of initially have some more aggression that could have done well. But again, they basically missed out on a lot of opportunities because Interloper basically became extremely passive, caught on his support idea, which is a rather flawed one, because ultimately he couldn't provide actual support to his teammate because it was rather depend on artillery, and again, couldn't you actually help up and say catch up sometimes to the front, which basically meant Jello took all the beatings, and Jello was the one who had to take territory, hold it, because Interloper just sat with his arse around here. That also means there was a lot less pressure against the Germans, allowing them to still focus more on Jello, hold a lot more territory more easily. Again, the South could easily be pushed back here by Interloper had he played just moderately more aggressive. But again, he was caught on support. So, you know, very much try not to get to falling them. And there's nothing wrong, you want to provide support to an extent, but you still need to be able to work independently as a decent force. I mean, you need to still be able to pressure the opponents well in some degree or the other. And Interloper, simply put, wasn't capable of that mentally or, well, in terms of what his force could do. So there were some massive problems there in the American side. Again, that pretty much left Jello sort of do all the hard work, and to a certain extent he also got too passive because, again, he couldn't count his teammate. He very much risked, you know, pushed too far ahead, and then both German players were focused on him, and again, he'd have no one to support him because Interloper was just shooting his guns randomly. I mean, it wasn't all flawless there. Again, Tume flowing way too much. He could easily done something there with it, I think, to sort of support and maybe end this fight faster. That was a bit disappointing. I mean, that's definitely something that could have been avoided. There could have been more aggressive flanking, maybe some more armor pushing from in again, so maybe trying to flank here. Ygnow, so in that sense, also did more of the work there, which took some nasty casualties. He could have done some of the abilities there of the officer, but otherwise, you know, he played reasonably nice, made use of more or less of every ability except breakthrough tactics. So, not really so much else to comment on than the Germans. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you the interesting matches. If it did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send a new player and I'll find some feedback in the comment section. If this is Imperial Dancing, cheers, and thank you all for watching. Bye!